Hello, all you learners out there in learning land. Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with a new guitar tutorial like we do every single Monday. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. While you're down there, go ahead and hit like. It really does help the channel. Christmas is a week away, so we're going to do a little Christmas music. Today we're playing Frosty the Snowman, and we're going to do a full, complete tutorial with the chords, the strum pattern, and the melody. So you can play with a friend. One of you can do the chords, the other can play the melody. And knowing the melody also helps a lot in learning how to sing the song. Printable tabs for this tutorial and all our tutorials by becoming a Patreon. You will see a link here in the notes, as well as pinned in the first comment, a link to this specific tab with timestamps as well, so you can jump to the part in the tutorial that you're learning, making learning both easy and fun. Additional links in the description, including my Instagram, as well as my email if you want some one-on-one lessons. Let's get frosty. Go ahead and grab your guitar. Acoustic or electric, they're both going to work. Brain and attention span. Once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in, let's do it. Chords first. C major, F major. Now, there'll be times when we use the bar chord, and there'll be times when we use the smaller shape that still has an F in the root, which is 3, 2, 1, 1. Get your pinky on the 4th fret there, and it's an F sharp diminished 7 chord. And really, you're only trying to play those first 3 strings. You don't have to worry about the high E so much. So it's like 4, 2, 1. Even if you can just play, for example, the 4th and the 2nd fret, that will work. A major, D minor, G major, a G7, C7, A7, and we're going to play the A7, O, 2, O, 2, O, A7, A minor, and a D6, which is O2, O2 as well, is just like your A7, but everything goes down a string, and you start from the D string, so you play open D, 2nd fret of the G string, which is an A note, open B, which is the 6th interval, so that's what makes it a D6, and the 2nd fret of the E string, which is the F sharp, which is the major 3rd of the chord. Sometimes you'll hear like that movement, so you've maybe heard D6 like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and strum through the verse first. We're going to do this all the strumming, and then we'll play through the whole song that way, and then we're going to do the melody. Depending on what you want to learn from this lesson, you can use the timestamps. They're pinned in the first comment, okay? All right, so we're going to start off our strum pattern. Let's make a C chord, and we're going to pluck the bass note, 1. Then we're going to do a down strum on the chord on the 2nd beat, 2. And then we're going to go 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 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 3 and 4, and down, 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 up, pluck, down, down, up, down, up. If plucking the bass is too hard, you could do down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Pluck, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Both are going to work, okay? So the first 4 measures, we do that 2 times on our C chord. Then we're going to drop these 2 fingers down to make that F shape. We're going to go pluck down, then get our pinky on the 4th fret and go pluck down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that diminished chord is pretty tricky to get to ring out. All right, you really got to bring your elbow into your ribs and kind of roll your wrist forward. But you could just play those first 2 strings of it if you wanted to get that sound, all right? You could even If you're a total beginner and really struggling with it but want to play the song, you could just play 3, 3, 4, 4 on the D string. Okay? And then we go back to the C for a full strum pattern. Pluck, down, down, up, down, up. So those first 4 measures. We bring up the next 4 and we start off the same. Well, we don't start the same, but we do something familiar. We do the F, F sharp diminished. Then we go C, pluck, down, A, pluck, down, D minor, pluck, down, G, pluck, down, C, pluck, down, G7, pluck, down. So we can see here the second half, all of these chords are changing every 2 beats. Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Slow Hand. Okay, so that's how you strum through the verse. So let's put both of those together and strum through that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Normally I keep this thing tuned down a half step. The G string's giving me a little trouble. Also experiment with palm muting. Okay. So we're into the second verse. Verse 2 is business as usual with the exception of beats 3 and 4 of the very last measure. Instead of a G7, you're going to play a C7 because it goes to the bridge and the bridge starts with an F. So even though C7 is not in the key of C, they use it nicely to bridge over to the bridge. Okay, so here we go. Let's just go ahead and play through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're into the bridge. So let's take a look at the bridge. The bridge starts off fairly similar like the second half of the verse. You're going to do F, F diminished 7, C, but instead of an A, you're going to do an A7, D minor, and instead of a G, you'll do a G7, and then you hold on the C for a whole measure. So the first half, we get second half. Okay, so the second half of the bridge, we do the G for 2 measures, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and A minor, D6, G, G7. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Then you're into the next verse. So let's play through the whole bridge together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're into the next verse. This will make a pretty cool jazz song. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the third verse. The third verse is nothing fancy. The only difference, again, is the very last measure, and we hold on the G or on the C for a whole measure. So we play through this verse, we get... And then we're into the coda. For the coda, we strum through the C 3 times and then the G for one measure. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and pluck down, down, up, pluck down, down, up, down, up. And then we do G for 2.5. You'll see that we're going to go pluck down, down, up on the G7 for that third measure. And then we just strum a C to finish the tune. So we get 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Boom. You could just strum that C. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Frosty the Jazz Man. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn the melody now. The melody, like the verse, is a part A and part B, and the song goes part A, B, A, and there's a little coda. So we're going to go ahead and learn the first part of the melody, part A. Let me play through it for you one time. It sounds like this. So we start off and we're going to play it. So the very first phrase, the Frosty the Snowman goes, Frosty the Snowman. We play the open G, then we drop down to the D string and we play 2, 3. And the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4, and. After that, you're going to land on the first beat of the second measure on the G note again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Second beat, index finger on that C string up here on the first fret of the B. Okay? Okay, the next phrase. Fourth beat, you start off and you're going to do eighth notes. I do down, up. I pick down, up, but you could do down, down if you want. And then it's the open B, first fret, third fret on the first beat of the F chord. You're going to play 3, 1, 0, all on the B string. Then you'll drop to the G string, middle finger, second fret, and then you'll play it open on the first beat of the last measure with the C. 4 and 1, 2, 3. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. Okay, and then you kick off the next phrase that same way. So it'll be 4 and boom. So these four measures we get. We bring up the next four measures. We have a similar run, 3, 1, 0, 2, 2, 0. So we play that second fret 2 times on the fourth beat, open. Back up to the first fret of the B string. We have a pretty big leap all the way down to the E note, second fret of the D string. So, well, it's all kind of one phrase. So then we go on to the 0-2, fourth beat of that second measure. Again, I'm doing alternate picking down, up. And then I remove my middle finger and go back to the open on the first beat of the third measure. 0-2-0, 0-2-0, 0-2-0, 3, third fret of the D string, 2. This is where the G chord comes in, second fret of the D string, 3, back up there again, and then I play the open G. A nice chord tone of the C chord. So that resolution is really nice. The G chord is the fifth interval, which is the second most stable note in the key. And that's all major keys. Your fifth interval is the second most stable. So that's a nice, easy resolution. So these four measures, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we put all of this together and we get from the top 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One time without. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then you get into the second verse. If we look at the second verse, the first 4 measures are exactly the same. So when we skip to the second 4 measures, what we're going to examine again, just like with the harmony, is the 4th bar. The 4th bar has one slight variation, and instead of playing the open G note, we're going to play the 3rd fret of the A string, a C note, to resolve all of this. You'll also see on the 4th beat that we play that C note again. That C note pushes us into the bridge. So if we play through these 8 measures, verse number 2 from the top, we get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then let's take a look at let's go ahead and look at the melody for the bridge. So we hit that 3rd note on the 4th beat previously. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. And then we jump up to the A note, 2nd fret of the G string. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, C, C, A, C, C, B. Open B string, 2nd fret of the G, open G, 2nd fret of the D. So it's just all quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, there it is. It's a little deeper than I intentionally thought. Then we play the F note, 3rd fret of the D string, 2nd fret of the G, the A note, open G string, back to the F note, 3rd fret of the D, 2nd fret of the A. And that's a half note. It's the first time we've seen something that isn't a quarter tone. 1, 2, massive leap up to the 1st fret of the B. And then back to the 2nd fret of the D. If you make a C chord, see, you're just playing chord tones there. So these 4 measures plus that C note on the 4th beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 4 measures. Second half, the G chord. We'll have all chord tones here. It's a D, D, G, G, B, B. Those all kind of sound like nicknames. Hey, what up, D, D? How's the G, G? And the baby, B, B? So we play through these quarter tones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. To the D note up here, the octave, 3rd fret of the B string. And then we're going to play on the 4th beat. 4 and boom. So we get doot doot from the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Then to the 1st fret of the B, open B, 2nd fret of the G. Then we switch to 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're into the next verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's put the whole bridge together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get to the third and final verse. This one looks just like the second verse. All right, and then the coda, last little piece. This one is fairly straightforward. Starts off on the G string. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So we have eighth notes on the first beat, and the rest is quarter notes. And the first measure is all open G. And the second one, we play an A note on the first beat. I'm actually going to pull off 1 and 2, 3, 4. We'll play a C note, G note, E note, G note, B note, G note. All right. So we get, as you play this part, you can fret a C chord the whole time, and the only time you're going to move that middle finger is for that hammer on, or that pull off. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing with that G chord. And then the last final four measures. All right, so these are pretty similar. We're going to do that G chord, 1 and 2, 3, 4. The pull off, 1 and 2, 3, 4. But this time we have an eighth note, 1 and 2, second fret, 3, open B string, 4, and then you finish on that C. We put all 8 of these measures together for the coda, and we get. All right, folks, that's the whole tune, Frosty the Snowman. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the tutorial here at 10thumbspro.com. We appreciate you learning with us. If you want to see how to put all those pieces together, check out the play along. You can check out the link right here, and that'll be full play along. You can strum through it if you want, or you can play the melody. Got bass, got drums, got everything. All right, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling, keep on loving life, and keep rocking those random solos. Awesome possum, everybody. Thank you so much for learning with us. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on loving life. It's all good, my friends, and we'll catch you next Monday or Wednesday or Saturday for ukulele tutorials as well. All right, the coffee has got me super hot. It's a hot afternoon, but I like coffee after lunch. If I was Frosty, I would definitely be melted at this point. I don't make a very good snowman. All right, until next time, take care of yourself and have a lovely day. Bye.